Demonstrators taking to all the streets all across the Bay Area today to mark May Day. Good evening, I'm Ryan Yamamoto.
And I'm Elizabeth Cook. Big crowds came out to show their support for local workers and their support for the Palestinian people. Here's a live look from our chopper over the East Bay right now. This big group of protesters gathered at the port of Oakland about an hour ago and then began marching up Telegraph Avenue, then over to Grand. And in San Francisco, hotels, workers, and janitors on the march to demand better pay and health care. Union contracts covering a total of about 15,000 workers about to expire.
Yeah, those marches taking place in the South Bay, too. Here's the scene in San Jose within the last hour or so. A crowd gathered in Roosevelt Park to speak up for labor rights.
And our chopper over the Oakland Federal Building, where another big group of protesters gathered this afternoon. Armanda Harry spoke to them about what they're hoping to accomplish today.
The people rallying say all of this is interconnected. They say while workers here in the U.S. deserve safe and fair working conditions, so do the workers in Palestine. Dozens of people calling out of work this May Day to march from San Francisco's 24th Street BART station to City Hall. The group is supporting not only labor organizations and workers' rights here, but workers and the people that continue to suffer in Palestine.
All systems of oppression are connected. I feel like everyone is my people, and the people in Palestine are facing some of the biggest tragedies, intense bombing.
Rohill says he's out marching because he doesn't want to see the U.S. government contribute to the Israel-Hamas conflict, and that many people in Palestine can't get a job to support themselves.
In Palestine, you've had massive amounts of unemployment, like 70%, whatever. Meanwhile, for decades, going back well before October 7th, youth unemployment was super high, all of that, and they're not able to fight for their own livelihoods. Meanwhile, in the U.S., we have our own tax dollars going towards hardworking people who want to provide for their family. All our tax dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars, are going to the military and going away from social services.
Another woman from Lebanon also participated in the march. She didn't want to give her name, but says the conflict is being felt across the Middle East region.
I think this has destabilized the region quite a bit.
She says she works in San Francisco now, and her job supports her coming out to this rally to fight for change.
It's been 7 months. We've seen the bodies of children piling up. Over 14,000 children have been killed, and somehow that hasn't stopped our government from really taking a hard stance on reeling in the Israeli government from committing this genocide. So I find that really disgusting, and I don't know how many more bodies we need to see killed, Palestinians killed, to say enough is enough.
Across the country and the Bay Area, college students have been participating in protests. Rohill just graduated from college last year. He hopes his generation will continue to push for the evolution of policies and peace.
I'm hopeful that as we get older, as we sort of become a bigger part of the voting bloc, that maybe some change can happen.
Even beyond the May Day events in San Francisco and here in Oakland, people say they plan to continue to rally in support of Palestine.